What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing a whole bunch of little miscellaneous stuff. So first we're going to start working with the thermostat housing. So I'm going to show you guys. I've probably done so many of these and you guys have loved them, so let's keep going. You don't want debris of metal in there because that's pretty much going to be circulating in your coolant and you don't want that. So yeah, there's a more efficient way of doing it. And I put a little bit down here so I can cover it up so it won't seep through. You guys can see right there, something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect as long as it covers all the stuff up from metal going in there. Something like that, just to cover it up. I'm gonna get a Sharpie, try my best to see where I want the hose spread apart to. Something like that, as you guys can see. And then we're gonna start drilling. Well, all this out the way. I don't want any piece of metal going anywhere. This tool comes in handy. It's just to make like a center punch to start out for the guy, pretty much. A couple times. Spring load it. As you can see, maybe a little bit. You see that little punch in there. Make sure you have your PPE. First hole in there. Onto the second one. There you go, you got two more holes. Part was already done. It's already done, so as you guys can see, this is how it's going to look. Got the 3 holes to bypass the coolant, 1/8. Went ahead and cleaned it out as best as I could. Took a little vacuum, went boop boop off camera, and then we're just gonna continue. So this is the seal that was on the old one. We're just gonna transfer it over. A lot of times it's good to remember the seal. I really don't know the part number. Sometimes, you know, you need it, and I'm not sure what part number it is, but if you can find one in the part store, so they do sell them about this size, which I'm not even sure what size it is, go ahead and get it. I'm just taking the one that came with the thermostat housing, swivel one, and reusing it for the most part, to be honest. Nothing wrong with it, it's brand new. But I know too bulky of a O-ring or seal would not work, will not fit inside. You can see, boom, it's already in there. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you face it towards the opening where you see all these plugs, pretty much. So that's the opening of it. Maybe something like that. Now I'm going to put the retainer clip back in there. Let's see. There you go. Building to go. Take this. You have to be careful because there's a spring. This load is like a spring. If you do it wrong, it could hit you in the face. Boom, just like that. Got it in there. It took me a minute to figure it out, but got it. There you go. We are all set with the thermostat swivel. We did replace the stand style to the B18 or B16. This is a Type R one. As you guys can see, it does open way quicker as well, so it's a better choice than this one that brings. This one always gives you problems and issues, so do not run this one. It's at that point you're taking a risk, so just go ahead, and you don't even have to drill the hose. I just do it because I know it's worked and it's efficient and it bypasses quicker and it opens up. So this is ready to go, so we're gonna put it back and store it in until it's time to install it and use it. And this one right here, it's up to you guys if you guys want to use it or not. I'm not going to even risk it. So this is going to be trash. So next on the list, when I made my sub harness, I had different plugs on, and then I realized for my engine harness, which I'm probably going to be running this R6 base manual one that I pulled out the junkyard to keep it all budget. I do have a Wireworks, I forgot what stage it is, but I do have one, but I'm probably going to just save that I'm gonna run that just to keep it within, you know, the budget, and just keep it, you know, all like budget and affordable for you guys, because you know you guys could go to junkyard and source one out as well, and you know, and be within a reasonable price as well. So I have to pretty much convert these back to a male plug, I mean connector, because it has these female ones. So now I have to convert them back to these because of the plug that I was using, because the R6 base engine harness is a different plug. It uses one like this opposed to a different one, which is this is, I think it's an 8 connector or versus a 6 connector. So we're just going to keep it the same way, and we're going to be converting it to the 6 connector. So I apologize for the recording. I guess I cut off at some point, but we are all done. Anyways, you guys don't want to see that's pretty boring, the soldering. But yeah, we have the plug right there. It's a 6, I believe 8 plug, and I believe that's a male 8-pin plug. But we are all set with our sub harness. It is completely converted over, and now I am going to store it. That way, you know, when we start installing this stuff. Alright, so we got our R6 base engine harness here, which I'm going to start taping up some ends where the wires are exposed. By exposed, I mean this tape didn't really cover it that well. I like to kind of like help it a little bit in the engine bay when it gets hot or something. Alright, so I'm all done putting the tape, electrical tape, on the areas that were exposed. So this is one of the areas right there. I also put some in here as well. So I'm going to say this is ready to go. And then a cool feature about this, I'm not sure if I show you guys. I'm pretty sure I talked about it, but I'm not sure if it was on or off camera. But you guys can see I did convert the injector plugs to RDXs because I am running RDXs. So hopefully I have no hiccups, no issues. If not, I will have to transfer. I will have to convert it back to the regular ones and then just get pigtails or jumper wires for the most part. Helpful tip for you guys up here. So we have a JDM K24 block. As you guys can tell, the water pump housing, when it comes, it's different. So when you convert it to a USDM one to have all the alternator and accessories compatible, you're gonna have to remove this long stick because it's gonna stick out from the water pump housing. So here we have a USDM one, as you guys can see, shorter, and it's gonna be helpful for when we put the USDM water pump housing. As you guys can see, I am doing the double nut method to take it out. We're using two 14 millimeters for this. So we tighten right there. Now we're going to start loosening up. Yeah, get a little bit tighter in there. Hopefully that should do it. And there you go. Boom. So now we're going to be installing the shorter one. I am going to be cleaning the threads a little bit, so I'll be right back. All right, threads all clean, and then when you install it, make sure that you put, you guys can see, not to focus, but this side, see, same size that you took out, a rounded portion goes to the front. I'm going to do the double nut method again, just install it back here. And there you go. Go ahead and remove this one. What I'm going to do is put back here the 14, use my gun in reverse mode. There you go. Boom.